Allow me to refer to Jesus again. Jesus had a ministry, 3 years. For 3 years, a very powerful ministry, and he died. Do you know how long it took Jesus to prepare for that ministry? The day my pastor said that thing, it shocked me. 30 whole years. 30 years before he began his ministry. And it was not as if he was not already doing, small things. Oh my God. If you study the Bible, there was a day I was studying and the goosebump was coming out of me. That was the day I realized that Jesus, even growing up, he was already doing some things that showed that this person has, this person is different. They will call him a strange child. He was already talking in the synagogue. But because it was not yet time, his skill, it was not refined yet. It was not ready. You will say it's not yet time spiritually, but that is not ready. Now, if what you want in your life, if that big dream comes today, ask yourself, are you ready? You've been praying, God, I want to be. Are you ready? If it comes today, if they say, come and go and stand in UN podium, come and go and address us. Are you ready for it? What will you say? For me, if I get the opportunity to go to UN and they say, Rebecca, I'll be coming to UN, and you've got to be kidding me, I'll say, God, but I thought we had a time frame. I want it, but I thought there was a time frame because I'm not ready, but there's also a place of grace. But please don't abuse grace. Grace doesn't mean that you won't have the skill, you won't be fine, you won't do anything. Grace makes you it makes you the word I'm looking for, like you exceed protocol. So instead of you going through the protocol, to get to the top, you don't have to go through those protocols. But that doesn't belittle or throw away the place of training, of skill. Now look at everything I wrote here. I said what needs to happen to achieve your goal. You have to be truthful to yourself. What is your timeline? What time have you set? Because if you say you want to be that person in 5 years and you have not fit in the things you need to do for 5 years into what you are planning, then I don't know what you are planning. Also, what skills or knowledge do you need? Do you need to go back to the university? Do you need to earn a degree? Do you need to take up some courses? Do you need to take up some... You need to be deliberate about them. You don't just wake up one day and become that thing. Even the one that we are saying is the master of the universe. Check out the people. Moses. Check out the story of Moses. After Moses left as Pharaoh's son, I was surprised that Moses began his ministry at 80 years old, after 40 years. You will not be wondering, wait, why did you have to wait for that long? It's just for you to know that God is a God of order. God also knows the place of refinement, the place of training. He knew that Moses had to be trained for what he wanted to go and do. Because if Moses had gone beforehand with what Pharaoh showed him, maybe he would have chickened out and left and said, I'm done. I want to go back. So, except your vision is not, that's why I'm telling you that you need to have a vision. Because that vision is that thing that will keep pushing you, that will keep driving you. There are days I wake up and I will feel like, oh my God, not again. But what drives me is my vision. It's not even my goal. It's that place that I'm going, because I know that if I relax, that goal, I can't even do everything. So that vision, I can't even do everything. So what grace am I giving to be sleeping? And to stand up and get to work. I can be hard on myself sometimes. If I tell you my routine, my daily routine, you ask me what is pursuing you. But really, there's nothing pursuing me. See, when you have a vision, you don't need anybody to discipline you. You will be disciplined. I didn't know that for a long time. For a long time, I used to envy people that are disciplined. I would say, how are they able to, they are not even reporting to anyone. They are working for themselves. How are they able to wake up, do the tasks? I used to envy them. How? Until me too, when I entered. If I tell you the time I wake up, you will not ask me what's chasing. Nothing is chasing me. My vision is driving me. My vision drives me. It makes me wake up every day. I can work into night. And like I told you yesterday, I was doing slides till 2 a.m. I didn't have to do it because what I'm doing today, I'm not being paid. But this is just me. This is me. This is my habit. This is me being diligent at whatever I say I will do. And I don't want to even talk about the number of hours I put into this slide presentation. Coupled with bringing up old material. See one of the books. These are the books I used when I was studying for a particular course. I had to bring that book out to, to like my goals, how I did it and everything. So this was me reading all over again. So what time do you wake up, Ayodele? What time do I wake up? Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what? I really don't want to use, I'm not saying it because I don't want you people to set it as a standard because, like I said, your vision is the thing that will drive you. Your vision can demand that you wake up very early. Your vision can demand that you can relax sincerely. Don't be so hard on yourself. But for me, I feel like 24 hours is not enough for me. I was complaining to someone very close to me. I said, 24 hours is not enough. I think it's not enough. And this person will be telling me sleep. How many hours did you sleep today? I will say 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. The max I have slept, let me say sincerely, I think for me, it's just normal for me to sleep 4 hours in a day. If I sleep beyond 4 hours, it's rare. Now, I'm not saying this for you to be hard on yourself. No, I'm just saying it that there's this necessity that has been laid upon me because I have a timeline to my goal, right? So it depends on your own goal. I have a timeline to my goal. So I know that and this is my goal, I've broken it into daily tasks. Now we're going to get there. We're almost rounding up. We're going to get there. So this daily task is now what is now driving me. Because by that daily task, I know there are some things I need to achieve in a day. If I don't achieve it, I carry it to the next day. It's on me. And I'm no longer that person that I will say, oh, nobody is kukuma holding me on to it. I can do anyhow. My vision will not allow me to do anyhow because I know where I'm going. So those daily tasks, they are like something that is tying me. If I don't do them, no, I can't sleep. I am awake. I'm working. 2 a.m. and sometimes I'm still up by 2 a.m. Sincerely, for me, it's normal for me to sleep by 1. I don't find myself sleeping. To sleep 12 a.m. is rare. If you see me sleeping by 12 a.m., maybe because I want to wake up early too. Yeah, when it has to do with prayer, maybe I'm not meeting up with my prayer time. I'm like, baby, you need to sleep early so that this time will not be affected. So I've had to adjust, do some things sometimes just to ensure that I'm meeting up. So what am I saying? What am I saying in essence is that so this success plan, see, the way you would do it is in that template. So if you need it, you can reach out to me because I don't want us to take us back there. It's going to take time. So there's a way I wrote it that you can answer those questions in order for you to create a success plan. There's a way you can answer those questions. It's on that template. So it's my own goal setting and planning template, which I'm happy to share with you if you want it. I'm happy to share it with you. So allow me to go to the next slide. Where are we? Here. Now, this one is very, 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 very important. Guys. How many times did I call you people? Guys. Character development. See, if you are going to achieve anything, set all the goals in this life. Plan as much as you can. If you don't have the right character, Oyo no wow. I hope you know the meaning of Oyo. On your own. On your own. Because you need to be factual with yourself. And character development is you being truthful to yourself. Is you telling yourself that, okay, what strengths do I have to achieve these goals? Okay, yeah, did you hear me? That's noted. Mr. Vincent, are you up for taking up? Did you hear me? Signing out. Thank you so much, DDM, our interpreters. Thank you so much. Yeah. So are we on pin? So please, I hope I'm passing the message to everyone. I'm really trying to not talk very fast. Yeah. And I think I'm happy with myself. So I'm talking about character development, the need to identify your strengths. You need to be truthful to yourself that this goal that I want to accomplish, do I have the strength? Do I have the skill? That's skill. They call it skill, strength. So in that material that I said, again, you will see it. I showed different kind of skill, like leadership skill, resilience. Those skills. For instance, you want to lead an organization. Do you have the leadership skill? Hope this organization will not crash when after a while when you are there, because you are going to meet a lot of different people. They will test your patience. Are you patient for the role that you want to take? If you want to be a top, maybe even owner of a school, do you have that tolerance? Because parents will try you. Now I'm even coming down. I've been a teacher before and I know what parents can do. So what am I saying in essence? Guys, identify your strengths. Possible obstacles. See, those obstacles are weakness that you have, that you know that it might not help you to achieve your success plan. So, for instance, I told you one of my strengths, and inside it, I gave you a weakness. So, because I am a deep thinker, I reflect on things so much. It's easier for me to quickly bring out a foolproof plan after I have reflected on them. But the disadvantage is that you can't come to me on the go and you are telling me, Rebecca, do this, do this. You have scattered my head. I'm not looking at it like this. Mhm. Now, for such weakness, I have to think about, okay, if I find myself in that kind of situation, what can I do so that this weakness will not make me lose out on opportunity? So that this weakness will not make me, make it look like I am not ready. Those are the things you have to think of, you have to consider. So for me, that is when I start to work with other useful tools. We are not in a digital age, for goodness sake. So if I ever find myself in that situation, I have tools that I use, apps that help me. So maybe I just need something to give me a prompt. When I see it, I'm like, okay, yeah, it helps me. There's ChatGPT. Now I'm even giving you an idea. There's a lot of things that can help you because now you know that is your weakness, and this is out of you reflecting and knowing yourself. Because if you don't reflect, you won't know these things. So identify your strengths. What are the possible obstacles that might come on your way? And the obstacles can even be on your way to the top. Like for me now, one of the obstacles I wrote for this goal is, I'm going to read it out. I said, one of the obstacles is that building the set of skills and experience to work with international organizations. So one of my goals is to work with some international organizations. I mentioned them earlier. And I know that some of the obstacles will be, if I want to go now, I don't have the skills to work with those organizations. I don't have the experience. And I don't have the connections. Connection is even little, but the skills and experience is very important. So I now told myself that, okay, in order to curb this obstacle, what should I do? I told myself that I will create a list of skills required. I'm going to be listing them because I know that I will need it if I want to enter those international organizations. So now, for me to enter that international organization, I'm not even planning it now. I have given myself 5-year framework. So now I have started accomplishing the skills that we need. I started accomplishing them from last year. I told you I did 2 courses last year. Early this year, I've already done like 5 courses in fulfillment of where I'm going. And don't forget, this is a 5-year plan. I'm not even there yet. Now, I want to bring this in. This is when God now comes in. God cannot say, I can say 5 years. And God say, no, you don't have 5 years. It's 3 years, it's 2 years, you will get there. But when God sees that you are diligently doing what you're supposed to do, in fulfillment of that goal, He can see you are diligent. Then grace can now work and say, yes, she's ready. But you are not doing anything. You are waiting for Sister Grace. From where? And you are not doing anything. No plan. No working towards that goal. And you are waiting for a miracle. Okay. Continue. I've said it. We'll be here. Eh? We'll be here. So what am I saying in essence? Guys, there are some things that you need to start putting in place. And don't be in a hurry. See, there is a place of wanting to get there quickly. I'm not saying I'm perfect. So there are things that I want to achieve now. I'll say, it's this time now. It's time. I'm supposed to achieve them now. Don't be in a hurry. Calm down. Calm down. Because now you have a goal, right? And these goals, that's why I told you that you need to be realistic with your goal. Some of these goals, you might need 2 years to achieve them. You might need 3 years. You might need 5 years. Don't be in a hurry to say, oh, that 5 years, let me cobble it together. Let me do it now. Don't forget the place of excellence. Don't forget the place of excellence. Excellence is very important. Even if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, I don't know about other religions, but there's just a place of excellence. And me, the God I serve, is not a mediocre. He's an excellent person. And if he said that I was born, I am the express image of him, then I should be excellent. And great things take time. They do take time. There's a place of grace, but great things take time. Don't be in a hurry. Do your own due diligence. Put in the work. I don't want to say a lot of things that I do these days. People that are close to me know though. And they will tell me, take it easy on yourself. And when they tell me, take it easy on yourself, I try to tell myself, Rebecca, calm down. And my calming down is to say, oh, my health too is important. I have to rest. But there's just this responsibility that I know that I have. I have the responsibility to be excellent. When I see people doing something better than I can do, me, I don't envy them. Immediately, I'm like, how did this person do it though? Hey, I'm interested. If it's to enter your network, I will enter. Because I know if you can do it that way, that means I can do whatever I'm doing better. Now, this is out of me knowing my strengths, knowing my weakness. If I know I'm weak in places, I reach out to people that have strength in that thing. And this is what I'm going through. This is the challenge. I have somebody that these days when I do design, I will send it to him to come and check it out. I will send it because I know that he has this creative ability. Check. When I do proposals and all that, I have somebody that I will send it to. Check now. Help me read. Because I know that I'm not an island. Because whether you like it or not, you have your area of strength, you have your area of weakness. You don't have everything. And that's just how we are created. Now, this particular one, habits required. See, this one, I spoke about it earlier, but let me say it again. There are some certain habits you need for where you are going. There are some certain habits you need for where you are going. And that is where I'm talking about your goals, breaking them into tasks, success plan, your plan. You need to be able to put your goals into daily tasks. That's why I'm telling you not to be in a hurry. You want to achieve a goal, and you know that goal is going to take 5 years, and you are in a hurry that I want to quickly achieve this goal, and you are not doing anything every day to achieve that goal. You're a liar. You are not achieving anything. If you have a goal, you have to be doing something every day that is pushing you towards that goal. So you need to be able to ask yourself, what are the things that I need to be doing now that will ensure that I will achieve that goal? And for me, some of the things I needed to be doing, I will share. I wrote it down. For you to see my book, full book. This book I've almost finished. I have another book I'm using to write now. This one has finished. I have almost 10 courses in this book. Okay, so I wrote it down. I said each morning, create a list of your objectives for the day. And this was, I said I would do this because I realized that at a point, I will wake up and I will notice that I still have a lot of things I have not done. And I was not happy with myself. I was like, what is this now? I will now, maybe in the middle of the night, I'll just remember, I'll be like, hey, I didn't do this one. I was not happy with myself. So one of the ways I wanted to curb it was I will write a list of everything I need to achieve in a day. See this behind, I know my background is blur, but on my background, you can see what are they? Sticky notes that I stick on this is my workstation, this is my work table. So you can see sticky note that I stick there. So when I wake up every morning, I pick a new sticky note. I write out the things. No, I do it in the night before the next day. So in the night, or if I'm not able to, because sometimes I can have so much. So in the morning, I've already thought about it. So I already have them in my head. I'll quickly wake up and write it down before I start working. So this is the table where I work. I'll put my laptop, I work from here, my chair, everything. So I will make sure I tap it there. So as I'm doing my tasks, I'm checking them one by one. I'm like, okay, which one have I not done? Which one have I not done? That is how I do. And that's it's like now it's now an habit. There was a time I will hear that people are doing it. I'll be like, hey, I'm having them. Can I be like this? But now I am like that. I am even more than that. It is an habit. I wake up if it's not even normal that I will not know what I want to do the next day. It's already in my head. And all this is I'm doing is not even something that maybe by 3 months I will see the results. It's a 5-year plan. 5-year plan. So they are not even in picture yet. But I am waking up every day and I'm doing them diligently because I know I have where I am going. Another thing I wrote here, I said, determine which of the activities in the list. That means I told myself I will start prioritizing my task. So the moment I write them down, I put importance. If you see me write 100%, that means I'm saying that one is very important. If you see me write 80, so I list them in terms of their importance using percentage. That's what I use. So by the time I look at the paper, because your day can be so crumbled that you are just trying to do so many things. But by the time I look at paper and I see that I have not ticked some, and I'll look at the percentage, I'm like, hey, 80% I have not done. Where? How? Immediately, I start doing. And sometimes the way I even help myself is that I start with the one with the highest percentage. But sometimes you might look at your task and you're like, let me start with 20% because 20% is necessary for me to achieve the 100%. So it just determines on which way, there's way you look at it and you will know which one you should go to first. This has become my own regular habit. My regular habit. This is me. I wake up in a day. If I don't write, reading, maybe no, I've not picked up reading. Reading is like not an everyday thing for me, but there are some things that I do every day. It's not constant. You can't remove it from me. And I didn't just start them in a day. I realized that I needed to start doing some tasks in fulfillment of where I was going. And while I realized it, I was deliberate. I'll wake up. There are days when I started, I remember that there are days I'll wake up and like, hey, I didn't follow through. I will not be happy with myself. See, habit takes time to grow. If you want to develop an habit, you have to make a conscious effort to do something for at least 21 days. For at least 21 days, if you want something to become an habit. For some, it might take more than 21 days. But for me, I've noticed that if I can do something consciously for now, it's even 21 days is even too much. I just need to be able to do them for maybe 15 days, and I'm able to inculcate it into myself. Yeah, I have a lot to say on that part, but because of time, we just have, So this one, I won't be spending much time here. We're about to round up. So this particular one is tools that can help you in fulfilling. This is now, I've been talking about habits. So tools that can help you in developing these habits is what I'm talking about here. I'm saying tools that can help, but there are tools that can actually help you to build the habits that you need to be successful, habits that you need to achieve your success plan. So me, I use positive affirmations. Some people call it positive affirmations. I use confessions a lot, and I've tried to make sure that they have become an habit. So now, my day does not come without me saying something. I'm used to it now. Maybe either in the bathroom. This year, I told myself I wanted to be saying them twice in a day. Before, I would just say it between my day. I'll be like, Rebecca, you are wise. You are too wise. I've got a lot of wisdom in me. I'm smart. I've made it a conscious habit. But this year, I made up my mind that I will be saying them twice in a day. So I have to say it in the morning after prayers and in the night before I sleep. Not religiously. Not like, before I sleep, I have to say, no. I'm saying that somehow I must make it enter my day. And the way I've been able to do it successfully, amazingly, it was just recently I realized that, Rebecca, this thing has not become a thing. Because one thing about me is that when I'm working every day, I always open down my YouTube. So my YouTube always plays songs, play messages. I have pastors that I listen to. So it's normal for me. On my background, when I'm working, you'll be hearing message. It's only maybe when I want to think and I want to pause, like, this thing is distracting me. But continuously, they just keep playing. So that's why I burn a lot of data. Somebody has abused me that I burn a lot of data. Well, that's why I burn them. So this thing, what they do is that they create a kind of atmosphere for me that allow me to say something. That a person might just be talking while I'm walking, and they will just say, there was this one that I never forgot. That pastor. I remember. Pastor Ahmed said, he said, "Don't know that you're a king." They say when you should be declaring words. And it was in the afternoon, I was just walking, and the next thing I just found myself saying, "Yeah, I'm a legend. I am taking over the world. I am." And as I was saying it, somebody entered and said, "Are you okay?" I said, "But you can hear something in my background now." So what I did was that I've been able to create an atmosphere that allows me to develop the habits that I need for where I'm going. So there's no day. Even if there was a time my laptop crashed, my phone was doing the work because it's normal. I must play message. After my day go and I will not play message. I must listen to one or two. And in a day, I can listen to more than 5 messages. Listen to more than 5 messages in a day. Now you can also use vision board. I use vision boards too. There was a time I had a board, right beside me here. But ever since I got this workstation, because I got this one, was it 2023? Yeah. So I could have these pictures that I want, I could put it on this place, and I wake up, I'll see them. Vision boards are very good. I'm not going to say so much about them because of time, but these are tools that you can use to just aid you, to aid that habit that you need for where you're going. You can use these things to do them. You can use meditation. I know not a lot of people know about meditation, but meditation is a very good practice. I'm not very good with meditation, though. I've tried it and it works. But what works for me is visualization. I'm very good with visualizing, and I make sure I do it in the morning. So the moment I wake up after prayer, I'll give myself some time to sit down. I don't be quiet, and I just see things. A man that can see is a man that is going somewhere. If you cannot see, you are going nowhere. So make it a conscious effort to see. Why won't you see? What's your eyes for? I'm not talking about the physical. Your inner eyes is for you to visualize. You can see everything. See yourself accomplishing as high as possible. Those things that is impossible, use your eyes to achieve them. You are not going to pay. Nobody will ask you to pay. So even though it's looking unrealistic now, use your eyes to achieve them. Sit down. Give yourself time in a day. Close your eyes. See them. See those things. I'm going to share a secret with you today. A secret that I think in my post, I wrote it. Before I traveled out of the country, oh my God. Just a year before, that was when I became deliberate about goal setting and planning. Just a year before I traveled. See what I did. On my vision board, I put a plane on my vision board. I put dollars on my vision board. A lot of things that I put. And I make sure the kind of plane that I put there was a British airline. Brothers and sisters, I remember that very year, I didn't know, I did not apply for anything. I did not have an idea how I would travel. Ask me. I didn't even have a passport yet. So God who made me, I didn't have a passport. I've written the story of how I got my passport. I got my passport in 2023 itself, the year that I traveled. I didn't have a passport all this while. Someone will say, why? It's not as if you cannot afford this. I just didn't have a passport. Anytime I try to get a passport, something just comes up and I will end up not having a passport. But I remember that a year before I traveled out, 2022, but after it dawned on me to take my goal setting and planning serious in 2021. So 2022, I started. I had a board, I had planes, I put everything there. I remember that year, my sister was in the room, and there's this box that somebody gave me. And I told my sister that day, because after visualizing, I was just seeing. I was seeing myself in the plane. I was seeing myself going around the country. That thing, it's up. When you're excited about what you're seeing. I was so excited that I carried the box. I put some clothes in it. I started, taking it after me in my room. I started like, where are you going? I said, this is how, when I'm ready to travel, this is how I'll be going. Look at me. She laughed. She was just laughing that you are just something. Lo and behold, it happened the next year. That same next year, I got my passport. The day I got my passport was the day I got the confirmation that I've been selected for the opportunity that I was going to go for. That passport, I just knew that something pushed me in December and said, Rebecca, I'm going to apply for your passport. And I was like, why? This thing is always hard. And I did. And with all their nonsense, because they were doing nonsense, eventually, after more than 4 months, the day the man said, oh, you come and collect your passport, I've even given up. He said, you come and collect passport. I said, I ran. The day I got there was the day I got the mail. You have been selected. You see the way I was in the passport office, the way I almost felt that I was like, God. But guys, this was something that I had seen. I had put, I had put I had made sure that I was prepared. I was seeing it. So there's a place of visualization. Don't take it lightly. Visualization, you don't pay for it. You can do it. You don't pay. You are not paying anybody. Just give yourself, even if it's 15 minutes. Me, I do it so well now that even while I'm working, I can be visualizing. Especially when I want something, maybe something that a new goal, I make sure I start visualizing it. When I have a new goal that I want to achieve, see, it's a practice for me. I will start seeing it. Yeah, did you hear me? You can believe Mr. Vincent. Mr. Vincent, thank you so much. Did you hear me? Is here for us. Yeah, we just have 2 minutes left though. This is the last, second to the last slide. Yeah, Emmanuel is saying something. Yep. I'm trying to. Yeah, did you hear me? Let me know when you're ready. I can't see you though.
My camera is on. I'm ready. I can hear everyone.
Okay. Have I been to? Yeah. Yeah. So what am I saying in essence? I'm talking about visualizing being something that you see is something that you should try. Do it. You don't pay anybody for it. So why should you not do it? Then the place of prayers. Oh my, I can't go. I cannot overemphasize. In whatever religion, pray, oh, pray, oh, pray, oh. And the prayer is not because, see, I don't know. If you ask me why I pray, I don't pray because I want something. I pray because there's a place of you just hearing from your creator. There's a place of you communing with your creator. How can it's just like they will say an artist that creates something or that designs something. You don't know the use of that, whatever he has created. You cannot know it until you go to the person that designed it. So your use, you cannot fully know your use until you go to your creator. Go to your creator. Talk to your creator. There's a way, if there's a way you even be downloading daily, you should be downloading daily what your creator wants you to do. For me, that's my responsibility. I cannot go a day without not talking to my creator. I have to talk to him. I have to hear from him. So for me, prayer is more than why will I go? I don't even do prayer requests. There's someone that knows me very well who telling me you should always there is not bad to ask for something. I was like, I don't remember to ask for something because when I'm praying, I am more about I want to let me hear what does he want to tell me today. And if he doesn't tell me something, I will stay there until I hear. I stayed here. So, guys, don't let me get so spiritual. So, there's a place of prayer. You should pray. And your prayer should be because you want to hear from your creator. Because he's the one that brought you here. He has a purpose for you. So, I think it's just the best part is for you to go back and say, what is my use? Why am I here? You understand? Yeah. So, I don't know what happened to my screen. I'm not able to go back. Sorry. So I'm on my last slide, and this last slide is where we have an activity that we can carry on in in-house to save us time because we are yeah. So this last activity is finally be accountable.
I think our network tripped. Can anyone check on her, please?
Okay.
So sorry, my network just tripped me out. I don't know why. Yeah. MTN has been misbehaving for days. I had to switch to Airtel. So I've been switching and switching. So I had to switch again now. Switch back to Airtel. So sorry about that. So as I was saying, we are already rounding up. And the last one, I was just talking about the place of being accountable. See, no matter how disciplined you are, and I think discipline is what I even wanted to use when I was talking about developing the character, the right character. Nobody achieves success without discipline. And discipline is when you will know you are disciplined, is your ability to pick up the right habits, the habits that you need for where you are going, is an act of discipline. You can't achieve success without being disciplined. You have to be disciplined. And discipline is you, without anybody holding you, you just know that these are the things I have to do. Nobody have to come and hold me and say, you have to do this, you have to do this. Because it's your vision. If you don't do it, I remember I was telling somebody, I said, the day I realized, I think one thing that also drives me is the day I realized that if I won't do it, somebody else will come and do it. And I'm not saying in terms of me being dispensable. No, I'm talking about in the place of you having a vision on earth. So you have a vision, and you think without you that vision will not be fulfilled. It's a lie. It might take time for another person to come and achieve that vision, but that vision will be fulfilled. But you lose anyway. You will lose. So the day I realized that no matter what I do in life, if I will not achieve what I was created for, what you are supposed to achieve, if you will not achieve it, God has many sons and daughters. He has children. Another person will come and achieve it, and it's your loss. So the day I realized that my being unable to achieve my vision is my loss and nobody loss, it might just take time, like I said. That was the day I just knew that it was my responsibility to achieve, to make sure that I fulfill the reason why I'm here. I am here for a reason and I must fulfill it. You are here for a reason. You must fulfill it. If you won't fulfill it, the loss is on you. Because somebody else will come. It might just take time. But God has plans. another person will come. But he's really hoping that you will fulfill it. That's why he's not saying I have option B. God does not have option B. Oh, don't get me wrong. He doesn't have option B. But if you want to not fulfill it, that's why it takes time. That's why you see they'll say there's a story like that in the Bible. I'm trying to remember when God said they had to wait for another 70. It was a revelation where they had to wait for another 17 years for that time to come again. Because God is really open. He trusts that you will fulfill that thing that He has sent you for. He believes, my son, my daughter will fulfill it. But if you won't fulfill it and he sees that this one is not, another person will come. And just for you to know that God was really open, it takes time for that one to come again. So, if you think about this thing, you will be disciplined. But even in the place of being disciplined, you need to have other people that can hold you accountable. That's where your friend comes in. That's when people that are close to you come in. Or people that you know that you guys are on the same path. That's why, guys, see, there's a place of networking. You can't do life alone. Don't be deceived. I used to think I can do life alone. I know, I used to think that. That's why I'm saying that nobody's an island. We grow every day. I used to think I can do life alone, and I was just okay with being by myself, but recently I started realizing the place of people in my life, especially the place of people that care, that genuinely care for you. People that want to see you succeed. They are not forcing it. They just naturally is just in them because they care for you genuinely. So they just find themselves being in the place to ask you, how are you? What's going on? What about this thing? This thing that we talk about. And I do that for others too. And I don't force it. Before, because I don't really want people to do it for me, I don't do it for others too. But you know what you give, somehow you get it in return. And I think that's what is just working for me now. I just find it natural. Especially when you have told me something, I will check. Hi, what's up now? What's going on? This thing that you told me, how far now? What's the updates? It's just normal. You need those kind of people in your life. People to hold you accountable. They will be people that will remind you that you said this thing, what's going on now? And this year I've not even become deliberate about it. So how have I become deliberate? I intentionally wrote out my goals. My goals. I wrote it out and I dragged one person that you to write your goals. Because this friend of mine said they have their goal in their head. The person had their goal in their head. And I said, no, don't have it in your head. Since I am in your space now, no, I have written. Please go and write your own thing. Because we need to have a session together. We actually had this session on our goals. I bought the person. I did a slide presentation for the person. It's funny, yeah? But sincerely, it was after I did it that I was so grateful that I did it. Because I wrote down my goal. If you see the way I prepared for it, and this someone that, of course, if I go there and say, let's just talk, it was okay. But I planned. It was a presentation like this that I did. I wrote it out. I shared my screen. While I was talking, I was showing the person picture. This is what I meant, showing the person, wrote it down. So, guys, if you have to do that. It is very good. Because what it does for you is that it allows you to be accountable to others. Because, see, you won't always be at the top of your game. With the way I'm telling you I am disciplined, I won't always be at the top of my game. There are days you will get distracted. There are days challenges of life might, toss you. And you might even forget. And this person might just come out of the blue and just remind you that, but you talked about this thing. And it will dawn on you that it's true. It's true. And this person may even have the capacity to help you. Like, okay, I can help you in some areas. And funny enough, that's what this person has been to me. This person has someone that will just, as an idea of the things I want to do or have spoken about. And the person he won't even ask me that, you want to do this. They might have just given me a template and just send it to me that I heard this thing that you're talking about, see this template. And I'm like, wow, thank you so much. So guys, there's a place of having an accountability partner. The person might just be your friend. They don't have to be, and they can also be just a colleague, an acquaintance, somebody that is also driven like you. So when I'm saying somebody that is also driven like you, I will give you an example. There are people that you will meet along your way in life that probably want to achieve what you are achieving. Or you guys happen to have similar goals. You're like, this thing, I want to do it. And you know that it aligns. You can be accountability partners to each other. You don't even have to be friends. I have different category of friends. There are people that I will tell you they are friend. I'm not a clingy person. I'm not. I have a tendency to de-associate from people easily. I'm not a friend person. But when you talk about my work life, I have lots of colleagues, like people that are close to me, that we discuss goals, we discuss big dreams, and that's because they've seen that as a strength in me, and I've also seen it as a strength. So when it comes to accomplishing big tasks, I have people that will just send me message, Rebecca, it has happened. I'm like, what has happened? They will quickly call me voice call, and you don't just call me on a voice call. I'm not very reachable like that. But there are people that will call me. I just know that this person wants to come and tell me good news. And they will share. Recently, a friend was sharing with me how she got 10,000 euros. And I remember when we were discussing, she was discussing, Rebecca, how can I collect this money? And I told her, will you share your idea? And she shared the idea. And I was like, if you put it like this, we just talked about it. And by the time she came back to me with the good news, you said I was looking for joy. As if it was my own. I was just happy for her. So there's this place of you also looking for people like that. Look for people like that. They don't have to be friend. You don't go and mix those kind of friends with emotional. Don't go and be doing emotional. Don't be too, how do I put it? Curb your expectation. Know the place of those friends in your life. I don't just go to some friends and start discussing my emotional. I don't know. I know what I discuss with them. I know what they are for. There are times that we might drift and we talk about other things, yeah? But don't let it be the norm. Know the place of these people in your life. It's just like when they talk about mentors. Recently, somebody was saying that, never confuse your mentors to be your friend. No matter how close your mentors are to you, don't confuse them to be your friend. Because sometimes we forget, and you will not go and take some things with levity, and you will miss the deal, the reason why this person was brought to your life. I once had someone like that in my life. She's still my mentor, but we are not very like the way we are like 2 years ago. But this woman, we're so close that she would tell me details that I was not supposed to hear. But I never forgot my place. Not that I was belittling myself, but I never forgot my place. But I just knew that there was a reason God brought this person into my life. So anytime, hello ma, Rebecca, you didn't even call me. You did not hear from me which day. My mother was like, I'm so sorry, ma. I didn't know you wanted me. I gave her respect. There was just that boundary. We might be talking and I would laugh like, ma, is it true? But after we cut the call, I forget that we just talked about some things. I go back to the position of hello, ma. And she'll be like, Rebecca, I thought, I'm sorry, ma, I was waiting for you. So guys, I'm going to end this webinar with this. Because I know there are some people here that you might be looking for accountability partner too. You might need someone to hold you accountable, So this is what I want you to do. It's not something we're going to do here. If you're looking for an accountability partner, what you're going to do is you are going to send me a message. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be an accountability partner. I am not going to be. You're going to send me a message. Now, if you send the message and you have not done your due diligence, I will know. And you will not get an accountability partner. You will only get an accountability partner when I know that you have practiced the things that we've said here today. So how do you get an accountability partner? Share your goals with me. What are your goals? Where are you going? What are the things that you think you need to be doing for where you are going? So when you do that to me, what I will do is that other people too are going to share with me. Do you understand? So when they share with me, I will not look for similar goals and I will pair you guys together. That's what I'm offering you. That's what I want to do for you. So I'm going to be pairing people with similar goals. So if by adventure you don't get something similar, if it's something similar to me, because I can't take so much, I won't lie, but I will just try to ensure that everybody gets someone. But if you are unable to get someone, then we can talk about it. Because I think it just boils down to what you are sending to me. Is in the significance of what you are sending. There's this way you will send something and I read it and I can see zeal. I can see enthusiasm. If I can see it there, why not? because I really want to help you, for you to be here. I know that this topic is important to you. And if you want to make 2025 different from every other year, please don't take what we discussed here today for lightly. Don't take it lightly, please. So if you are looking to get an accountability partner, send me what I asked for. Your goals. You don't have to share your vision with me. If you feel you want to share, but your goals, when you have the goal you have brought out from that vision, tell me then what are the things you think you need to get there, and what ways are you looking at your accountability partner helping you. Then, so other people that send to me, I will connect you guys. And I think we are also going to finish it here. Subsequently, we're going to be talking about other things that can help you develop too, because it's not everything. We'll talk about other things, and I will be checking up on us, the accountability partners. What's up? I might even have a clarity session with both accountability partners. Let's talk. What's happening? How are you helping one another? I don't mind, because for me, this year, I've made a personal commitment to ensure that I am not going alone. I want to have people with me, and I want to see other people to succeed. So let's succeed together. If you're in this community, I want to see other people too doing great things, big things. Let me cheer other people up, So yeah, that's one of my mantras for this year. And I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your time. I know we have a question. Abdulkadir was raising up his hand. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here till now. I really appreciate it. It's not as if I am that wise, but you are still here listening to me. I'm honored. And I'm saying thank you so much, everyone. So I'm going to open the floor now. If you have any questions before we say good night and, bye-bye. Abdulkadir, yeah. So I'm going to open the floor for Abdulkadir. Abdulkadir, over to you.
Thank you very much. Definitely, I'll be a good mentee, because I am an alumni of your foundation. Definitely a proud one with my full chest. So mine is just a comment.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Even though I miss, if not 95% of the class of the session, and it is very painful. And I wish I have joined earlier, because definitely I will not get tired of learning from you. Because I remember don't let me be talking about history. But thank you so much. I just want to appreciate you. Then, if you don't mind this slide, if you can share it with us. And also, what of we that we don't have goals yet? To be sincere, 95, if not 90% of African, if they ask you what do you want to become in future, we don't have anything to say. Everybody just wants that satisfaction, and that satisfaction is when your stomach is satisfied. Everybody is naturally selfish. You want yourself first. So not even myself now, you cannot ask me what do you want to become in future. I don't know, because now you say I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. Tomorrow now situation will change, Nigeria will change. So please, what do you think we can do? Because now me and myself, if they ask me what are your goals, I don't know, to be sincere. Thank you very much.
Okay, Abdulkadir, thank you so much for that question. I'm going to stop recording so that the recording will not be so long.